The world should be perfection. Refreshed Stoic Spirit script. Hook. You're not the man she forgets. You're the one she replays, again and again. And the reason isn't your jawline, your bank account, or your charm. It's something far more dangerous. It's the words you use, the ones that bypass her logic and pierce her emotional core, because attraction isn't built on logic. It's built on feeling, a feeling that doesn't ask permission, that doesn't make sense, that leaves her wondering, why can't I stop thinking about him? This is not a game of pickup lines or clever banter. This is about crafting an emotional imprint so powerful she feels you in your absence more than she ever did in your presence. Today, we'll dive deep into 3 forbidden compliments, phrases that don't just touch her heart, they leave fingerprints on her soul. But the catch? These words only work if you live them. They're not tricks, they're truths, delivered with presence, precision, and masculine power. Let's begin. Section 1. I don't need you, but I want you. This is not a line, it's a standard, a declaration of emotional abundance. Most men crawl into the arms of a woman hoping to be completed. They present their emptiness, masked as affection. But women don't crave dependence. They crave discernment. When you say, I don't need you, but I want you, you shatter the illusion that love equals need. You flip the narrative from scarcity to selection. Now you are the one who chooses, not the one waiting to be chosen. This phrase anchors you in detachment. It reveals to her that you are not orbiting her life, but inviting her into yours. And here's why that's dangerous, in the best way possible. The law of scarcity says that what is rare becomes valuable. When you're centered in your own mission, grounded in your identity, and immune to her games, your presence becomes a privilege. And women, especially the ones who are used to being chased, start to chase you. But here's where most men fail. They use this phrase to manipulate. They say it with bravado, not belief. They talk detachment, but live addiction. True detachment is silent. It's subtle. It's seen in your actions, not heard in your pitch. When she tests you, when she pulls back, when she flirts with distance, you don't cling, you stand still. That's when she feels it. That's when she begins to question what makes you so calm, so unaffected, so rare. And when she feels rare in your presence, she wants to be around you more, because now her identity is being reflected through your strength, not your supplication. This is how attraction turns into obsession, not through need, but through non-need. Section 2. I bet most guys don't make you feel like this. It's not a compliment, it's an inception. You're not telling her she's special. You're planting the idea that you're different, and that difference, it makes all the difference. The psychological principle behind this is called the contrast effect. When you say, I bet most guys don't make you feel like this, you create an internal comparison. Now she's scanning her memory, sifting through past dates, forgettable conversations, and emotionless nights, and realizing you're not like them. You don't need to prove it. She's proving it to herself. And that's the key. Attraction built through internal realization is 10 times more powerful than attraction built through external praise. Most men talk about her beauty, her smile, her dress. That's expected. That's noise. But when you focus on how she feels in your presence, you're speaking to her subconscious, and the subconscious is where attraction lives. Now she's not just hearing you, she's feeling you. This phrase is a door, but what matters is what's behind it. You must create a moment that deserves that line. A moment thick with eye contact. A pause where tension brews. A silence that makes her heart race. You say this when she's laughing uncontrollably, when she's staring too long, when the world fades and it's just the two of you. That's when you drop it and watch her breathe a little differently. Section 3. I know your trouble, but I like it. This one, it's pure electricity. It's an invitation to unleash her chaos, with you as the only man strong enough to handle it. Most guys play it safe. They want to be liked, approved, validated. But women don't want to be saved. They want to be seen, and seen for all they are. Their fire, their flaws, their unspoken fears. When you say, I know your trouble, but I like it, you're showing her that her wildness doesn't intimidate you. It excites you, and that is irresistible. This phrase taps into a primal dance, dominance and surrender. By calling her trouble, you're playfully challenging her. You're saying, I see through your game, and I'm not running. Now she's curious, intrigued. She wants to prove she's not trouble, or worse, that she is, and you're the one who can handle it. Either way, she's engaged. She's emotionally activated, and that emotional activation is the birthplace of obsession. But here's the nuance. It's all in the delivery. Too aggressive and you come off arrogant. Too soft and it lacks punch. The sweet spot? Playful intensity, a glint in your eye, a half smile, a pause just long enough to make her wonder. Delivered correctly, this phrase does what no compliment ever could. It challenges her ego and seduces her spirit. Cliffhanger. But here's the truth no one talks about. These phrases only work if the man behind them is real. If your confidence is performative, if your power is a mask, if your presence is shallow, she'll feel it. Women don't fall for words, they fall for the man who lives them. So what does it take to become that man? In the next chapter, we'll uncover the psychological blueprint that turns fleeting attraction into permanent imprinting, and the one silent behavior that flips the entire game. Stay tuned, because what comes next will change the way you see women and yourself forever. It's not what you say, it's what she feels in the silence. Because there's one thing more seductive than charm, more potent than confidence, and more unforgettable than words. And that's stillness. Not the passive kind, the masculine kind, the stillness of a man who is unfazed, unhurried, unmoved by external chaos because his internal world is ordered. This stillness is not apathy, it's authority. And it communicates something no compliment ever could: safety. Not in the way of comfort, but in the way of containment. The kind of safety that says, you can unravel here and I will not flinch. Most men, when met with a woman's storm, try to fix her, calm her, control her. But the masculine presence doesn't do any of that. It allows, it holds, it anchors, and that's what makes it irresistible. You want to leave a mark. Don't just listen to her words, feel beneath them. Don't rush to respond. Let the silence thicken. Let her project wonder. Search your eyes for something deeper. Because it's in that space, that mysterious pause, that she starts to feel seen. And when a woman feels seen, truly seen without being judged, fixed, or put in a box, she attaches. Emotionally, psychologically, even spiritually. Because in a world that constantly asks her to filter, edit, and mask who she is, your silence tells her you don't need her to shrink, you need her to be. And that's where the real game flips. Not when you chase, not when you impress, but when you reveal through restraint. When your eyes say, I've already chosen you, but your body language says, I don't need to prove it. That's when she starts to lean in. That's when she begins to perform for you, not out of fear, but out of fascination. Because you've done what no other man could do. You've made her feel safe to be dangerous.